And as you can see, the ghouls, again, they've done somewhat well here. They've actually somewhat held back the enemy, and have actually done some, decent casualties here. Look at all these dead horses and horsemen. All right, welcome back to the war. Now, it's only been a turn, but we still have much to discuss. This situation is basically as it was. Azhag and Alaric are in a staring contest, while Alaric raids their territory. I have started to fill out the remainder of Oswald's army, though, and he's going to attack, well, hopefully Averland here somewhat soon. There is a reason I need him to do it instead of Vlad. If we come on over here, everything is as it was, except Averland is building up their settlements now because Vicious isn't doing his job of killing them. Hopefully once I finish off Wissenland, he'll ignore them and go for Averland so that we can sweep in and take it mostly unopposed. Changeling is still here, still raiding my territory, still causing all sorts of issues for me. Thank you. But anyway, the reason I need Oswald's army to be completed and to handle the Averland campaign is because, well, Reichland has declared war. Karl Franz, the technically current emperor, but soon former emperor once we take the throne, is attacking. He's probably going to take Dotternbach. Or Nuln. I mean, he has a whole nother army over here under Ulrich, so, he could take Nuln and Dotternbach if he wishes. Actually, he could take Wissenberg if he wished. So anyway, I have Posner coming back here to watch what they're doing and maybe see if she can pick off any agents. Vlad, however, is going to finish off Wissenland. Simply because I don't want to leave them. I'm sure they would accept a peace treaty now, and I could turn around and immediately go after Franz, but I don't want to leave them behind. I really don't. And I also want to hopefully get it so that the Skull Takers will attack Averland again, and so maybe if I eliminate their other enemy, they'll do that. We've only got this one settlement left. We take it, they'll only have this army left, which I think, if I remember correctly, they will just kind of basically suicide themselves into Steingart, trying to take it back. And we will simply kill them, and that will be the end of their faction. And so then Vlad can get over here, and by that point we'll probably have lost Nuln and Dotternbach. We haven't exactly built them up or anything, so it's not like it's a huge loss, but how nice of Reichland to declare war at this time. So anyway, Oswald, once his army is ready in a couple, well, 3 turns here, we'll have him head over to Averland to take it, and I don't think he can actually force the Changeling out of our territory here, but maybe he could come over and help Vlad at that time. Who knows? The situation can change from turn to turn, so it's difficult to make long-term plans sometimes. Alright, but anyway, we're not wiping out the garrison from attrition. we are attacking now, this very turn. So, Elspeth has got basically what was left of her army after her defeat at Nuln. I don't think she's recruited. Well, actually, this unit I think she managed to recruit. I think the others were units she already had. She just mostly replenished them. And then, of course, the garrison. No walls or anything, so just a field battle to take their final settlement. So, let's get right into the battle. All right, welcome to the battle. So we have our direwolves on the left and our knights on the right, both going for trees on either side. They'll join the battle here in a bit. My flying units did come a little bit forward here, but I didn't want them to go too far forward because I figured they'd be shot. And actually, even at this point, they're going to be shot by the cannons, I think. Behind them is, we're basically doing our standard strategy of weaker skeleton units in the front with Graveguard behind them. There's a corpse cart on either flank, as is Vlad and Isabella are on either flank as well. You can see... oh, there's Vlad there. A little hard to see him, but he is there. And there's Isabella there. And you can see the cannons here have just taken out one of our Vargeists. We also have the Crypt Horrors walking up behind the skeletons as well. The idea here is just to get the weaker skeletons to come to grips with the enemy as quickly as possible. I think the Skeleton Reapers in particular are going to get hard hit by this battle because they're one of the first ones to engage. And honestly, this flank probably holds out the longest. The enemy flank, I mean. There are Outriders assisting on the flank over there. It doesn't help that my line was coming up bit by bit, if I'm being honest. That's probably why so many of their units were concentrated on that side, is because the AI started pitting them against the those enemies first. Graveguard slowly but surely charging forward. They are getting shot, though. Direwolves are coming out of the trees over there to attack the enemy. They do get stopped briefly by the hero units that are over there. And here come the knights out of the trees over here. They're going to smash into the rear of this force over here. I can hear the flying units. They're going to go forward and they're going to attack the cannons. Crypt Horrors charging in center here to assist. Nothing like a cavalry charge into the back of an enemy formation. I didn't notice how much the Outriders were still able to fire during the actual battle. I think that's what these guys are. Outriders, I think. Oh, eesh. I forgot about that, but I killed quite a few Graveguard, and I think it was Elspeth? Oh, maybe it wasn't. She is actually right there, amongst the dire wolves. They were attacking the crossbowmen, but she was trying to save them. And the cannons have been taken out now as well. Vlad has raised a unit of skeletal undead here, and so we're going to have them just turn around here and attack the enemy from behind. The flying units, their work done, are now also going to get over here and attack the enemy from behind. I pulled the cavalry out of their charge there because I'm going to send them back in here in a minute. Flying units are going to attack the Outriders now. I was going to say, I guess it took me a little longer than I thought it did, but now the wolves and the cavalry are charging forward again. This time the Outriders aren't going to be able to escape. Lots of fighting still going on in the trees, but as you can see, the enemy starts to rout. Honestly, most of their units, I think, are routing at this point. But army losses have not taken effect, probably because of their hero units. And the Lord, Elspeth herself. What I end up doing is I have to just have Vlad come out here and start attacking them. So it does take Vlad a bit to get over there due to just this mess of units, as you can see here. Once again, I have to do what I normally do and basically just pull the infantry like back here and pull the monstrous units out of there just so that this mess can fix itself. See, I've already done that over here where I've called off the cavalry, called off the dire wolves. That way we can let the enemy start to actually get away, as it were. Or let them disperse enough that we can then have the cavalry attack them afterwards. Vlad is now dueling their witch hunter, I think he is. So the dire wolves are not exactly letting him have the kill on his own. I think I moved them away in a bit here. First off, he doesn't really need the help, but also there's enemies that are routing in the back there that they can go ahead and chew on. All right, and now with him routing, I think it's at this point that army losses have now taken effect and the battle is over. I think, yes, even Elspeth here is now fleeing the battlefield. And with this, Wissenland has fallen. Hopefully never to rise again. Because that would be very annoying. I do believe in this game that factions can re-emerge if certain conditions are met. Alright, but anyway, I think you guys get the point. The enemy is in full retreat. So I will let you guys go now, and I will see you on the campaign map. Alright, so here we are, the enemy defeated. Our knights certainly did quite a number on the enemy, as did the Vargeists and the wolves. Surprisingly, Isabella and Vlad didn't do a whole lot, at least not in terms of straight-up kills. Vlad was obviously doing a lot of healing and stuff. Also, he dueled a hero there at the end. The Graveguard did a fair amount of damage, except for this one, and I think they were also fighting a hero unit on the left flank there, so that's probably why they didn't do so well. But all in all, it was pretty good. Just some casualties were a little too heavy for my liking. All right. Now let's go ahead and we'll occupy. Enemies killed in battle. All right, well. Yes, and now armies will suffer loss due to attrition when they do not control a home region. So yeah, so I believe what will happen is this army will just attack Steingart, or I guess they could attack somewhere else, but like Piffeldorf. Though, to be honest, even if they did that, they wouldn't win that fight either. So, anyway. It looks like that's going to be it for now. I've already explained our situation here on the campaign map, so I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back as the war continues. All right. Welcome back to the war. And as you can see, it looks like the Emperor has actually taken both of his armies and is attacking Nuln, so they're not going after separate targets. It looks like the walls of Nuln were not completely rebuilt, though. So I'm not sure if there's going to be like a gate that's down or a wall that's broken or something. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but anyway, the point is that they are attacking. They do have... Let's see. They do have one artillery piece, the mortars. Which, if I remember, in Warhammer 2, those were usually used to attack enemies behind the walls rather than try and destroy the walls themselves, but they might still do it anyways. I guess we'll find out. We are going to lose, let's just be clear. But I do want to cause as much damage to the enemy as possible so that when Vlad gets over here, hopefully we can kick them back across the border again. So, let's just get right into the battle. All right, welcome to the battle. Basically, there's not really much to say here. I've got the bats and the wolves here that are going to just charge out here and go right for the mortars. Hopefully eliminating as much of them as possible just to prevent them from shooting the zombies on the walls. Now, I know we can't really hold the walls, so what I've done is I've got zombie sacrificial units just holding the towers so that they can do some damage to the enemy before they get to the walls, and I guess for at least a little bit while they're on the walls. What I'm going to do is have barricades and towers back here, though. There's a barricade that can be built. Actually, you know what? I'll allow the interface for just a little bit, at least. There's going to be barricades here, here, and here, along with this tower and this tower here. So right by this barricade. Honestly, it doesn't help very much. Because basically I have zombies, skeletons, and the crypt ghouls and everyone back here. But the barriers that I choose are actually the ones that decrease their melee attack and... what do you call it? The melee attack and the speed of the enemy units. And so that's not an actual physical barrier. Like, they can actually walk through it. It's just like a trap, if you will, that my units can use to basically have an advantage over them. But it's not a physical barrier that actually stops them. And so it turns out they can actually quite easily pass through my units at will. Which it's really weird to see that in Warhammer 3 because that's something I complained about all the way back in Medieval 2, so I guess some things never change. Alright, but anyway, we shall unpause and watch the glorious death of, or undeath? Redeath? Of my bats and the direwolves. They do actually do quite a number on the mortar team. In fact, they actually get them to rout. But, obviously, they perish themselves. I do try to get the bats out of there at one point, because I figured they could fly away. But I think their morale is low enough, probably with the help of Karl Franz just killing them all, it's causing issues. And so there go the bats and the wolves. And there goes the mortar team. I don't know if they come back, but if they do, they don't participate in the rest of the battle. As you can see, the enemy is also coming up over here. We do some damage with the towers, just not a lot, I'm afraid. Oh, I forgot to mention. You guys are probably curious why we're not on the modded map of Nuln, because we fought... This is the third battle of Nuln, and we used to... Wait, how are they taking this bit of wall? My units are up here, and theirs are not. Huh. I didn't notice that during the actual battle. I thought as long as my unit is here, we would hold it. The enemy would have to, like, drive us away from it, but I guess not. Okay, anyway. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, the modded map, or rather the lack of it. So this is actually a replay of the second attempt at fighting the battle, because the battle crashed, or the game crashed in the middle of the battle while I was fighting on the modded map. And it wasn't the first time it happened, so as much as I like that modded map... to be honest, I can't go wasting like 30 minutes or 35 minutes or however long it was, like every time I fight on that map, because that map does seem to have crashed, like basically, let's see, this is the third battle of Nuln, and I've had 2 crashes plus the replay was out of sync, though I don't necessarily blame that on the battle map. But the crashes are a bit of an issue, though, so I took that mod out of my load order, and so that's why we're fighting on a quote-unquote standard battle map instead of the modded one. And this battle is going to go as you expect. The zombies are all going to die, or re-die? Die a second time here on the walls as they fight the enemy. And then once they actually take the walls, they'll move into the rest of the settlement, and we will fight them at those 3 locations that I already mentioned earlier.
They are wavering.
There's no strategy to talk about right now other than what I've already said, so this zombie unit is about to go. Oh, there is one thing that I noticed that was a little odd. The zombies don't really seem to be, like, fighting, per se. Like, they just seem to be standing in their position, and the enemy is the one coming to them to fight. I do notice this, and so I do tell the zombies to actually fight at some point. It looks like that unit has actually already been given the order. This one has as well. And this one has as well. Yeah, I guess it looked like they would only fight the enemy, like, once they got... Well, I guess once the enemy came up to them. Oh, dear. Wait, is there another mortar? I thought there was only one mortar. Oh, yeah, the reinforcements. They were coming in from over here as well. They will not be needed. They will not be needed. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do participate in the battle. I'm just saying, very matter-of-factly, that they honestly were not needed. I don't even know why they're here. But yeah, Karl Franz himself apparently went up one of the ladders because he actually solo walked up here and took this gate, which is why it is now open for them. I have to admit, the AI is very hesitant about doing anything in the siege battles, even on the modded map and on this map as well. They would basically, like these troops would just line up here, and then they would just stand there and just kind of do nothing for a while. I mean, I guess you could say they're just waiting for more of their troops to arrive. Oh, hello. It isn't Karl Franz. Speak of the devil himself. I guess that's why that zombie unit got killed off pretty easily. Re-killed pretty easily. Alright, and I think that's probably one of the last of the zombie units, because it looks like I never told this unit to do anything, because they're still just kind of sitting on the wall. Oh, but they are falling dead, probably due to crumbling away. It looks like they're crumbling. Alright, but anyway, the walls are basically lost at this point, and so I think it's right about now when I start building up, yes, these spiky trap barrier things. There should also be a tower being built. Oh, no wait, where is it built? Oh, it's going to be built there, but it's not there yet. There's also going to be one here, and oh, I've already got the barrier here as well. You see, my logic is that if I build one of the quote-unquote regular barriers, the ones that actually physically block the enemy, they'll just walk up to it and destroy it. and then I'll have to fight without any kind of, like, assistance at all. At least these barriers offer, you know, the debuff to the enemy. Maybe if I had ranged units and could put them, like, on top of the barrier or something, I would feel a little better about using that one. Let's see, and there should be one more, yes, right here. And I realized that I could actually dock my units to the barriers, which I didn't know you could do. I mean, I'm not sure it really does anything, other than, I guess it neatly puts them up there, which I guess there's value in that. All right, and yes, the tower is being built. All right, let's just check on our zombies one more time. I don't see any zombies on the walls. Oh, here, no, we still have zombies bravely defending the walls. Oh, I see they have a hero up here. I'm surprised they've held out for this long. Oh, and the Emperor himself. Soon to be former Emperor. I have to admit, this zombie unit is holding out for quite a while. And it's gone. All right, now, to be honest, it actually takes a fair bit for the next phase of the battle to begin. It really kind of takes them a while to get up here. So what I'll do is I will just let you guys go now, and I will bring you back as the battle continues. All right, welcome back to the battle. That is kind of another disadvantage for me, is that they've got those ranged units. Though we do have a tower there that's firing on them. Now I will complain for like the billionth time in a Total War game about units just being able to walk their way through my units. And still fire, too, while they're at it. Awfully nice to have a unit here to hold back the enemy when the enemy can just kind of walk right through whenever they please. And you can see they're doing it here, too. Except they're, again, still able to fire. Very nice. Just push through the unit. Like, this is the sort of thing that I wish Total War games would get rid of. Like, if guys trying to pass through an enemy unit just, like, pushed in and didn't, like, actually fight the unit, then they would just die. That's kind of what should happen in my mind. Like, the AI shouldn't be able to just push their way through as they please. Alright, these skeletons are going to die here pretty soon. Die again. I did pull back some of my units, though. I built another one of these little barricades here. I don't know if I should call it a barricade. Trap. Like a spiky trap. It actually might even be called a trap. Maybe I shouldn't be calling it a barricade. My crypt ghouls are waiting for the enemy to come down this road here once they're done taking out this zombie unit. There's another tower that's going to go up here. It doesn't do very much, if I'm being honest. A very minor victory where we held the enemy back. So I don't see any dead enemy riders. So I'm not sure we did very much. Also, I think the only reason they left is because this way is now basically almost entirely open. So there's no reason to go down this way as well. Skeletons are still fighting, but they crumble away momentarily. But like I say, we've still got this unit here with the barricade. This is actually the captain's unit. We've got this unit here, and then we've got a skeleton unit over here still by the barricade. Looks like they're going to be attacked again. Many units are going to be passing down this road here soon, and they're going to shoot my poor crypt ghouls. So I do end up pulling them back here just to try and get the cavalry to come close to the tower so that it can fire on them. And the skeletons are immediately pushed off of the barrier. Oh, actually, it might be because I told them to come back. I can't remember exactly. I thought they fought on the barrier to the death. And I guess it's only a few feet away, so I don't think that's too inaccurate. And here are the Outriders shooting my poor ghouls. Oh, and the tower blows up. Because it turns out, I think it was actually attached to that point instead of the victory point back here. So I think it got off like a shot. Like, I don't see any dead Outriders, so maybe it didn't even get off a shot. But anyways, maybe surprised to hear that the Crypt Ghouls actually do pretty well. They actually send a couple of the Outrider units routing off the battlefield. We'll see that here shortly. Of course, I still don't like that they can just pull through the unit. Well, I guess they're more pushing the unit back, which I guess is a little better than pulling through it. Though I think the reason they're pushing back is because the enemy is trying to pull through without having to fight. Well, at least some of them are dying. Continue to push their way through, still being able to fire, which is a little odd. That's also something I've complained about in past Total War games. Gun units being able to like fire while engaged in melee with infantry. Well, not just gun units, ranged units, I should say. Now, at some point, I tell the captain's unit, yes, to get involved over here. Honestly, he can't do too much, because the Outriders are fast. So I think we see some of them routing off the battlefield here. I'll bring back the interface here for a moment. This is actually the edge of the battlefield here, and so that unit actually routed away. And as you can see, the ghouls, again, they've done somewhat well here. They've actually somewhat held back the enemy, and have actually done some, decent casualties here. Look at all these dead horses and horsemen. But soon it shall all be for naught. Oh, we didn't even check on these guys at any point. They died. As you can see. Yes, and army losses are about to take effect. You can see there's Karl Franz here. I do send the captain's unit back over here, thinking that they could have one final battle with Karl Franz, but army losses are taking effect and the battle is over. So I will see you guys back on the campaign map. Well, that was kind of a waste of time. I don't think they lost any... Yeah, they didn't lose any units. We did cause some damage to some of them, but... Actually, quite a lot of the Outriders units were damaged, but I don't think that damage is something that will hold them back for very long. Oh, I see. Yes, they are actually going to attack us here. Well, all right then. You go ahead and do that. All right, I'm not going to show you guys the battle or anything. Just it's a momentous occasion when a faction is destroyed, so I just wanted to see you guys watch the last Lord of Wissenland run off as Vlad and Isabella chase him from the field. All right. Let's actually just replenish as much as possible, because I want to leave. I mean, I'm going to leave no matter what, because we can't stay here. Oh, great.
I see wisdom.
He's going to attack Flensburg. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He's not dead. Oh, he managed to escape. Yeah, well, I guess Vlad can just step out and kill him really quick.
If you power of light.
I guess we're not allied, but they're going to help me out anyways. Alright, now, I know I said in the prologue that I literally never auto-resolve, but I'm tired of this now. Let's be done here. There we go. Alright. How far can you go? Okay, pretty far. So we're just gonna have Vlad go into Force March and then get over there. So again, we are going to lose Flensburg. Oh, hey, maybe the Changeling and the Empire can fight it out amongst each other. That would be great. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, but anyway, I think you guys already know the plan here. Vlad is going to come back here and hopefully defeat Karl Franz. Did you just refuse? No, there will be no refusal here. And then we'll have the army of Oswald here in 2 turns who can get out here and attack Averland and maybe assist Vlad, depending on how these battles go. I assume if I defeat Karl Franz, then he'll come back and he won't just keep, like, attacking my settlements. So I might need to beef up some garrisons over here. All right, well, anyway, it looks like that's going to be it for now, so I will let you guys go, and I will bring you back as the war continues.